don't even know. I don't even know where to start this shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna let a few of y'all come in here, and then we'll get it cracking in a second. But seriously, I don't even know where to start. Y'all come in and hit the thumbs up because we gotta talk about this, man. I'm like, God damn. Sick Wits, what's going on, brother? What's up with you, man? Yo, Gios, what's up, man? East Coast Jeep SRT, what's going on? Wave to God. What it is, my man? AMG gang, what it is. Man, y'all see this, man? Dodge, y'all had one job. Y'all had one job. It's like, my man, you really had us waiting for that? Alright, what's up, everybody? Y'all know it's Stephen here from Mod2Fame, and we are back with another live stream. I had to speak on this immediately, being the Dodge guy that I am. As you guys know, this is Cheapokitty, the Dodge Challenger Hellcat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little confused. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm a little confused. When y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the like button for me, please, so that we can get this conversation going, so we can get this started. I'm just a little bit confused. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand. Like, what is this 426 what is all these 426 references? How many of you raise your hand if you thought this was going to be this car with a elephant motor in it? Raise your hand if you thought that that's what they was gonna pull the cover back on. This car with the elephant motor in it. Raise your hand. I'll wait. Yo, what the hell? Like, all right, man. I'm gonna get back to all y'all comments in a second. I'm gonna let y'all finish, but this is the greatest screw up of all time. Why would you take a car to SEMA, right? The last time we went to SEMA, you introduced a 1,000 horsepower engine that you can put in hot rods or whatever. Supposedly you said it can't go because it won't pass emissions, right? So you came out with the elephant motor. This would have been a perfect opportunity, right? To say, Dodge has just made a car. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it was on Demonology live stream. I just watched it, and what it is a Dodge Challenger, basically a Hellcat, because it's a supercharged V8. It's basically a Hellcat, and it's stripped down with a roll cage and wheelie bars and some stronger axles, and they're calling it the drag pack. It's like, okay, I guess. It's like, so let me understand this. Is it road legal? No, it's not road legal. So it can't pass emissions, right? Okay, cool. So what in the entire hell would you not put the elephant motor in that car? Why not just put the elephant motor in that car, since it can't go on the street anyway? It can't go on the street. It can't be registered. So here's your opportunity to flex your muscle, to say to everybody a big, you know what I'm saying? A big, that's it. If you don't know sign language, it's okay. But I was sitting there watching Demonology live stream. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button as you guys come in. I was sitting there watching Demonology's live stream, and as they pulled the cover off, I was like, okay, all right. And then when they said the specs, I was like, oh, come on. So let me understand this. I guess the purpose is to go up against the Copo Camaro and the Cobra Jet from Ford. I guess that's the purpose of that car. But, I mean, that's not, as the general pop, that's not something that we looking for or care about. Bad enough. The architecture of these cars, bro, just so y'all know, the architecture of the Dodge Challenger came out to the public in 2008. It is the year about to be 2020. That is 12 years old. This is a 12-year-old architecture that they are building these cars on, right? So bad enough that that's the case. Demonology in the place. I just saw it. Demonology, what's going on? it has certain restrictions that won't allow the elephant motor. Get the hell out of you drinking the sauce over there, demonology. Don't drink they sauce, man. They telling you that. That's bullshit. I guarantee you, if we had a elephant motor sent over, we would drop it in this car right here, and it would be fine. Anyway, the level of disappointment that came over me when they pulled the cover off of that car, I cannot explain to y'all. I was like, okay, I know it's a Challenger. I know it's an old car, old bones, old architecture, but if they put that elephant motor in it, I'm all for it. Whatever, man. It is what it is. It's just, I mean, I don't care. I mean, it might be making the same power, but it's just call it the elephant. I mean, that's it. Like, this is your chance, Dodge, and you blew it. You reminded me of Ford in this case with the damn GT500. You took all this time, and this is what you brought? You had this car since 2008, and this is what you brought? God. Anyway, I'm going to go back to some of y'all comments, and I'm getting y'all perspective because I gave y'all my perspective already. I'm, like, hella disappointed, bro. But I'm going to go to some of y'all comments. Did they ever start the car, said it was going to be loud, sound like a Prius? Nah, that shit sounded loud. I'm not going front. But it sounded like this car, as a matter of fact, as y'all know, I blew this car up. Not blew it up really, but I messed up cylinder 7. So we're going to change the bottom end of this motor. And when we do, I guarantee you, if I started without headers or if I started straight off the header, I guarantee you it'd sound exactly like what that car just sounded like. Because it's the same damn motor. Anyway, straight shout out at the end. What's going? I'm trying to get to y'all. Honestly, disappointed me too, man. Samus 216. I thought it was gonna be an ACR. They can't really make this car into an ACR. The bones of it is like steel, and it's always gonna be heavy. So until they redo this car completely, there's no way that it's ever gonna be to be able to compete at a track level. It's no way this car is ever going to be lighter than 4,000 pounds. So with that being the case, you can't make it into a track car. Gary said he was so disappointed. Trip 215. After all these years, Dodge has finally lost to Chevy and Ford SEMA at SEMA Horrible. Wow, what did Ford and Chevy release? Because I mean I don't know what Chevy unless they got the new C8. Oh, Demonology, do they have new C8s at SEMA? The new Corvettes? Did you see any there? Like customized and stuff? That would be dope if they did. It sounded like it had 1,000. Lamar said it sounded like it had 1,000 horsepower and it had wheelie bars, so it has to be some type of turbo or supercharger. It is supercharged. They said basically it's this motor. 426 was supposed to be crate engine only, whatever. Demonology said the race class the car runs in won't allow it. A stock car can have a elephant motor. Who gives a fuck about a race car? That's what I'm trying to say. Why do that? Why build a race car that the general population cannot buy or will not buy? What is the point of that? I don't understand. You could release that in tandem. You could say, okay, cool, here's the elephant, and if you want the strictly drag version of it, here, it's right here, like on the side for the two people that's gonna buy it. Savage Speed, yo, what up, brother? How you doing, kid? What's going on, man? Liquid Lynn said they caught religion. No more hell references. The Hellcat is coming out Easter Sunday. That's funny. The fact that they only make 50, I wish I could race one. You're not gonna be able to race one. You know why? Because all 50 people that buy those cars, you know where they're gonna end up? Right where this car is right now, in somebody's garage, and it's going to stay there, and it's going to have delivery miles. It's still going to have the plastics on it, and it's never going to be used for the purposes that it's supposed to be used for. And with only 50 of them, they should have made a elephant. Anyway, whatever. It's around the same size motor as a 5.7. That's what Bing 5.7 said. Kenneth, how's Cheapokitty? All right, so I guess this is my opportunities. You know, now that my rant is pretty much done. Cheapokitty update. We are going to put a short block motor, a new short block, so just the bottom end. I'm not changing it. I decided that I'm not gonna go into the motor and build it because I am gonna run this car closer to what it was before, which is I'm gonna run it at about 850 wheel, and I'm gonna stay there. At 850 wheel, this car was bulletproof. I had no issues. It was nothing. It's when I took it up to that like a little over 900 wheel that I had the little issue that I had. So we gonna go 850 wheel. We gonna convert to E85. So E85 is a headache for me, but what this camera is sitting on right now that I just got, I'm super excited about, is a 55-gallon drum. So I'm gonna use the Durango, and I'm gonna put this 55-gallon drum in the Durango, go to where there is E85, which is about 25 minutes from me, 25 to 30 minutes, fill up this 55-gallon drum with E85. And what I'm also going to do is get like a couple of pails of Ignite E98. Because what I'll do is, if I'm like somewhere and I notice that the E85 isn't good enough, I could always put like a couple gallons of that to bump up the points. But I could also make a stronger mixture with my 55-gallon drum. I could drop maybe a little bit of E98 in that. So we going E85, baby. We upgrading the bottom end. Well, not upgrading, sorry. We just changing the bottom end. My bottom end had 49,900 and something miles on it when the issue happened. So basically 50,000 miles. This car, 50,000 miles, the way that I drive, God bless it that it lasts as long as it did. Focus. There we go. It lasts as long as it did. So I'm putting in a bottom end from a car that only had 6,000 miles on it. So we'll have 40,000 miles of abuse that can be put back on it again. So I'm excited, man, to get this car back up and running. For now, what I've been doing to occupy my time is y'all gonna see a bunch of videos of the Porsche Panamera that I'm running. I'm gonna tune that car soon. So far, y'all saw the video. We did downpipes, and we did a filter. So far, made a nice little difference. But we'll keep it simple. So I'm gonna run my old ass Dodge, my Dodge with a 2008 architecture on it, and just a whole heap of power that is going to continue to drag people. So that's what it is. Don Garrison, I hope that just answered your question. You're right, Bill Campbell. Dodge is not thinking correctly. I don't understand why they will use that platform to introduce that product. After tomorrow, no one is going to care. But if it was the Hellcat, that's all we thought it was. I mean, yo, they could have used that opportunity to introduce the Hellcat Durango. That would have been like way more like, oh shit, yeah, oh. But no, they want to introduce a car that they're not going to use. Waste of time, Dodge Day Walker said. I completely agree. Where's Project Humble Pie? Project Humble Pie, my C5 Corvette, baby. I actually just finally that's starting to happen. That car should be done probably December, January, is what I would say. We say CUDA, we say Angel, we say Elephant, they give us drag pack. That is a absolute fact, Trip. I couldn't have said that better myself. That is exactly right, Trip 215. Everybody was speculating those cars. It's like, yo, this is the new CUDA. But I kind of knew it wasn't that because I saw the car, I saw the shape of the car with the cover on it. I was like, it's a Challenger. So I'm like, they're not gonna make an old car and call it a new name. But Angel. I mean, I guess I knew it wasn't that because I knew it was a Challenger. But Elephant all day, I was like, yes, yes, yes. We about to get that 1,000 horsepower, baby. That's the same block of the 5.7, but everyone is saying it's 426. No, they said it was a 3 something. Somebody said they'd rather have the CUDA. Who was that? I can't even tell what that is. Came in late. Is the kitty fixed? Update on the Hellcat. It is not fixed. It is actually going next week to be fixed. So we didn't want the car to just sit on a lift, and it's not being worked on. Well, that's not what I wanted. My car is like really nice, clean, and I like it to stay that way. So it stayed with me home in the garage. So that this way I ain't gotta worry about it. And I said, hey, when the lift is clear and y'all ready to get the work done, I'll bring it. But I do have the short block sitting there. So we are simply going to drop my motor, take my heads, inspect them, clean them, put them on the new short block, swap everything over, supercharger, everything, and drop the motor back in. So literally this process should take a few days. And then the car will be back running, back the way it was. We'll upgrade my fuel pump and put 1,300 injectors because I'm going E85. Give us Hellcat Durango boosters, 914 says. Yes, that's what I'm like, yo, give us something we could actually use. Give us something that we could actually, take part in. 50 cars of a car that, you're really not going to sell. What's the point? It's a non-street legal. I know that. That's what I'm saying. It's made to compete against the Copo, Camaro, and Cobra Jet. But there are very few people that know about it, that know a Copo Camaro exists or a Cobra Jet exists. You have to be in that lifestyle to know that those cars exist or care. So why not use that platform, since you have the Elephant, to drop the Elephant motor in the Challenger, since it's not going to be able to be registered for the street anyway. At least it could have been a little exercise of F you to everyone. You know what I mean? Dodge made 1,000 horsepower production car. That's what the title would have been. And that would have been everywhere today, tomorrow, next week. We would have been talking about that forever. But no. Instead, they want to give us a car that just a few people care about. It is what it is. We need a lighter car with the Elephant engine to shut these thing guys up. Nothing against Mustang. Just hate listening to the owners. Dave Walker 392 says. Actually, we don't need a lighter car to compete with the Mustangs. We already beaten the Mustangs with these heavy cars. So that we don't need it to compete against a Mustang. If we develop a lighter car, it's going to be to compete against a Corvette or something along those lines. Bring back the Magnum. That's funny. Quick little history note about the Dodge Magnum. The Durango, when they introduced that car in 2011, they developed that car originally as the Magnum. It was going to be the new Magnum. But they decided to make it taller and longer to be able to seat 3 rows. And they decided ultimately that it would be more effective as the Durango, as a 3-row SUV. But when they started developing the new Durango, and that's why it looks so aggressive, it was actually supposed to be the Magnum replacement. Dodge still has the WL line coming out, so that'll be interesting to see. I'm assuming the WL line, you're talking about the chassis. Justin James says, get an Evo. That's all you, Justin James. I'll leave that up to you. Are you going to change the gears in the rear end? No. This car is a 6-speed car, so I'm going to leave it as is. The gearing is fine for the power level that I'm at. So it don't make sense. K Tucker said, what's good? What's good, K Tucker? Make a wide body red eye Charger. They will. I think they will. I'm disappointed that my Scat Pack Challenger came with no design on the seat. Is it possible to be the first owner to switch the seats that come that's an easy switch. It's plug and play. All these cars are the same damn car. You could take a seat from a Hellcat and put it in your car, or take a seat from a 392 and put it in your car. We already made 1,000 horsepower Mustang catch up. See no MVP. What Mustang is that? I'm not aware. Rich Gola said Dodge messing with them Chevy boys. Them Dodge boys are only good for straight line. Unless we talking about a Viper. I think a lot of people forget that the Viper existed and came out and dominated everything on the track. So it's all good. Being lighter would not hurt at all. I believe that whatever car that they finally develop or come out with next to finally replace this old ass chassis, because it's an old ass chassis. And the crazy part about this old ass chassis is that it came from the partnership with Daimler Chrysler. This chassis was actually originally introduced in 2003 with the Mercedes E-Class. That's what this chassis is. It's a chassis from a 2003. So this chassis is 17 years old that this car rides on. 700 horsepower, 840 horsepower in the Demon in a 17-year-old chassis. Dodge, You see, y'all the man for that. See, y'all know how to print money. Y'all know how to make money. But this decision right here, I don't understand it. Y'all had the opportunity. You know what I mean? Another thing that I must say is that who is those people up there on the stage? Oh my God. Talk about putting everybody to sleep. Jesus. Like, yo, just let a bunch of YouTubers go up there and introduce damn cars. It'll be so much more fun. I think it'll be so much more interesting. And also, we would tell you, don't put that shit out. Like, put that shit on the side somewhere. Like, if you want that to be a pet project, do it. But goddamn, I could tell y'all right now, the guy was like, and the Gladiator is the newest of the SUVs and the most customized ever, with an average spend of over $1,000 per vehicle. Oh my God! I'm like, like, dude, shut up! Show the damn. Yo, I swear, those are the people who got bullied in school. I swear to goodness, those are them. That's those guys. What they should do. Look, we should have 2 releases. You know what I mean? Super Buck, appreciate that, bro. That $1.99. Let's race next time you come back to ATL. Fam, you know I'm always with that. I'm always with a good run. But yo, seriously, like, what they need to do, they should have gave Herman the mic. That's what they should have did. They should have gave Demonology the mic, and they should have been like, "Hey, Demonology, introduce his here drag car." This would have been Demonology. No, hey, look at her. Hey, look at her. This here is a pure D drag car. This is about the business. This is not for the faint of heart. But they shouldn't have probably introduced this shit. What they should have did. This is what they should have did. Steph, listen. They should have came out with a new demon. That would have been your man. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, I don't know. These companies are so out of touch. They are so out of touch. It's crazy. So bad enough, you know, you got an old car. Then you're going to put more lipstick on it. How much lipstick you going to put on this pig? How much lipstick? Listen, I love this pig. I love it. I do. I love everything about it. I love the fact that it's not greatly made. I love it because it gives me the experience of raw. It gives me that like old school muscle experience because it's old. Like, you know what I mean? And that speaks to me. That makes you giggle and shit. You know what I mean? It makes you even sharp a little bit sometimes because this shit is so out of control. But that's what's fun about it. That's what that's what we love. So, you know, cool, all that. But god damn, you gonna put more lipstick on this pig? How long is this car gonna go for? I'm really curious about that. How long they gonna let this car that was the chassis is from 2003, released as a Challenger in 2008, gonna go for? Like, are we gonna be in 2028 and still? Or y'all just trying to run this until, you know, the EPA steps in and says, y'all can't have these big ass motor gas guzzling cars? Is that what y'all waiting for? Because y'all know that that's coming. Y'all don't want to spend the money and develop a whole new car that is only going to go for what, another few years before the EPA steps in? Because that's what's going to happen. Transportation is going to shut all these big motor cars down. Ultimately, that's what's going to come down to. But yo, 728 is funny. He's like, darling, where my phone, darling. Yeah, man. K Tucker lipstick on this pig, bro. This is like I said, this is old technology. It's an old car, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I've been contemplating like what I'm gonna do, because if I don't, there's no other car right now that I want to buy, right? So only thing I would do is potentially trade this car in and get a new one. But I just love the stick shift so much, although it's troublesome and although it's not as fast because it's a 6-speed. I still love it. You know what I mean? So I'm like really on the fence, like because I was like I'll get a wide body Challenger, but god damn, to buy the same damn car. And my car already has a wide body on it. It's a little devil flares. It's much smaller. But it still has a wide body on it. So it's like, God, man, why would I buy the same? That's hard for me to look at. Um, Somebody who was that said the challenge is going to be out until 2056. 728. Uh, I'm gonna try. Guillermo Medina said, "Shout me out, bro. Cali love, Cali. I gotta come see y'all. I swear to goodness. Um, I wish we had a new comfortable V8 Dodge Dakota, a Dodge pick, a smaller version to the Ram, a small pickup truck. That might be cool, but that market is very small. That's a small market. Uh, Bane57 said get a wide body Charger. I wouldn't get a four door. A four door I would not get. That wouldn't make sense for me. Let me see how much battery life I got. Oh, we good. What tires do you recommend for my Challenger Scat Pack 2016? What do you plan on doing with the car? And then I can answer that question. The Dodgers like Jordans, they played out. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point. That's a good point. Jordans are the same sneakers over and over and over again. And people pay $220 to get the new old sneaker. It's like literally a new old sneaker. I guess Dodge is kind of doing the same thing. But you know what? There's an ass for every seat. There's an ass, and this ass is all up in the seat. I ain't going front. In the case of Jordans and the case of this car, because I actually just bought a new pair of I think they're retro 7s, I think, that I just got. I don't know my Jordans, but I like nice looking sneakers. So, oh man, they should have made another manual Challenger than the drag spec. That I disagree with. I think making a manual car today is retarded. Uh, yeah, it's just not an audience for it. There's not a big market for it. There are not many idiots like me that says, no, I actually want to go slower. No, I want to be slower. I want to be able to barely beat cars that I should be stretching if I had an automatic. So yeah, no, not a lot of people are gonna go for that. IISRT says except the classic retro ones. East Coast Jeep says not whatever I say. With every site that mentions itself, Shelby 1000 says sorry, my dude Ford never made 1,000. That's what I was about to say. Ford has never made 1,000 horsepower car for the straight. I've never seen that. Do you ever fart in your Hellcat? Really, Guillermo? That's okay. I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've taken long trips, so what's happened? I'm in Cleveland, down there. Everybody with some bread gets a Charger or Challenger. It's really ruined it for me. Shaking my head, gotta be different. I'm going Audi when I'm able to. You know what? I completely understand that, Clayton. Here, you gotta go to like certain pockets to see a lot of these cars. You don't usually see, especially not Challengers. You see a lot of Chargers, but not a ton of Challengers here. So, especially not Challenger Hellcats. But to regular people, it's all the same shit. They can't tell the difference between. The only reason why my car looks special to people is because it's hooked up. Is because it's customized. It's slammed. They got the bronze wheels. They got the sound. It got the little wide body on it. The painted bottoms. All of that stuff really make a difference and make the car look sexier. So people do notice that. I'm trying to get caught up on your comments. We need the Durango Hellcat. MA, I agree. Have you checked in on Sting Mode? They might be crying about the drag pack. Probably not. 728 Autos, I'm pretty sure Stang Mode is going to have something to say about how Dodge dropped the ball. But I'm an equal opportunity basher. When I saw the specs and the numbers for the GT500, I said that shit, why did they take so long to come out with a car that is going to be a competitor for the Red Eye, a car that already exists, or cars that already, this has been done. And I was right. The fastest right now in good DA, good track prep, Ford GT500 ran a 10.6 quarter mile. The Red Eye, right now, there's guys on stock tires that run similar, but advertised as 10.8. My man, that right there is a driver's race. So therefore, like I said, why would you take that long to come out with a car that is basically going to compete against cars that already exist? You were supposed to come out and dominate. Dodge, why in the hell would you waste a whole year of our time talking about you going to introduce this new thing at SEMA and come out with a car and nobody gives a F about it? Same premise. I'm an equal opportunity basher. If it's stupid, it's stupid. Yo, for real, hit that like button, baby. Hit that like button. We need that. We need that in our lives. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the SRT Compass is way more impressive than a drag pack. Anything is more impressive than a drag pack. If they say, hey, we bringing the neon back, I'll be like, hey, that's smart. This drag pack business, what is that? That's like, look, this is one of them things. It's like, well, I guess we got to do something for SEMA. What should we do? Oh, yeah, we already have the 1320. Let's just make another 1320 and put a supercharger on it. Great idea! That's it, buddy. But we'll add wheelie bars in the roll cage and make it so you can't register it on the street. I like that. A new guy that's been with Dodge for 25 years that talks like this and talking about the Jeep Wrangler being the best SUV. Yes, that's a great idea. Let's not talk to the masses. Let's not talk to the people who have the audiences. Let's not talk to these YouTubers who get hundreds of thousands of views on our cars. Let's not talk to them. Let's talk in our little bubble. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be amazing? No, man. Yo, that's crazy. Need to Speed says GT500 also does road courses. Even seen a Challenger do a road course, but I'm not saying it's not capable. No, you're right. On a road course, a GT500 is going to dominate and kill somebody that tries to go out there with a Challenger. I feel like the Avenger is the neon low key. Let me see. They built a car for baby boomers. My man. Exactly. It's like, exactly. That's what they did. But it's all good. Hey man, I'm buying a Hellcat this month and there's two near me under 45K and don't know if I should settle for manual with 35,000 miles or automatic with 45,000 miles. It depends. I just told you that this car it was about to hit 50,000 miles and I had my first issue. If you plan to mod the car, that's a tough question. If it was my money, and if I'm planning on modding the car, I'm gonna plan on modding the car with higher mileage, knowing the risk that I'm modding a car with higher mileage. And I'll maybe not go as hard. What I would do is maybe just do like a stage 1 or stage 1.5 and get the car to about 780 wheel, 760 to 780 wheel. That like 4 flats on the Cadillac. We back. Y'all don't go nowhere. Make sure y'all don't go nowhere, damn it. I'm here. Y'all better be here. Anyway, like I was saying, it depends. If you're gonna buy a higher mileage car, then you have to be prepared to take the repercussions that are gonna come sooner with having such power with a high mileage car. 40,000 miles might not seem like a lot, but it is a lot on a car that has this much power. If you're gonna leave the car stock and just put a drag tire on it and go to the strip, the car will run till probably 70, 80,000 miles with no issue. So you good. Yeah, well, MD guy, actually, I live in the city, but I don't drive this car like every day. I don't usually take it out during traffic time, so I don't really have that much of an issue. I've only seen boomers driving a Hellcat in person, Mateo said. Mateo, where are you located? Because if you are anywhere near any cities, then you're going to see younger people driving more expensive cars because that's where they live, that's where they dwell. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to decline this call. Somebody's trying to call me and interrupt my line. Ain't going to happen. Dodge got the ante because we're about to be in the new decade, got to truly make things different. I agree. 500,000 mile Hellcat, do you think we'll ever see that? Nah, maybe. I don't think it's something that people are really fighting or going toward. But for those of you who just came in, if you just came in, you came in because you wanted to know about this drag pack thing that Dodge did. In summation, I feel like Dodge wasted our time. I feel like what they should have done is they should have used the elephant motor like I thought they were going to do, put it in this car, since because of the drag pack cannot be sold to the public and registered on the street. I mean, it can be sold to the public, but it can't be registered. It's a drag car. If that's the case anyway, then go ahead and put the most powerful motor, make this your project, wow the world. Why build a car that no one is going to care about tomorrow? No one is going to care about the drag pack tomorrow. As a matter of fact, they're going to confuse it with the 1320. That's what they're going to do. So that's, in summation, that's what I feel, and that's why I was asking why. Everyone talks about Hellcats, old news, until they try to race one. Yo, Bill, you are so right. I get so many people that be like, oh, Hellcats are slow. Hellcats are slow. I'll be like, okay. Bus lane though. Oh, but that one is modded. Get the fuck out of here. You said they slow. What does it matter? You said it's a boat. You said it's heavy. Why you just get gapped though? As I'm sitting here chilling with my air conditioned seats on. Fact though. It's probably going to be a Copo Camaro competitor. That's exactly right. What I said was that they built a car to compete with the Copo Camaro and the Cobra Jet. But who the hell cares about either of those cars? All 100 out of 1 million people care about a Copo Camaro or a Cobra Jet. There are very few people who care about it. But anyway, yo, man, me personally, I'm a straight car dude. I'm a car dude regardless of the car. As long as it is great value for dollar, I'm a lover of that car. So I love Corvettes because they're great value for dollar. I love the Dodge Challenger and Charger Hellcats, 392s, and even RTs. Great cars, value for dollar. The money you pay for what you get. I like a lot of cars. I'm not just going to name the cars that I own. I like a lot of cars, but it's hard to say value for dollar when you start to go with like foreign cars, because foreign cars tend to be pretty expensive. So when you think value for dollar, you start to chip away at that experience. You know what I mean? So East Coast Jeep said, "Get myself a Trackhawk." No, thank you. I'm good. I have everything that I need in this right here, and yeah, I'm good. Nowadays, 5.7's up there with Scat Pack price wise, not even worth it. That's true. The Scat Packs and 5.7's can be very close in price. In that case, I would more than likely go with a Scat Pack. Are you going to get the new Panamera? Dexter says. Remember our whole conversation about value for dollar? My Panamera, I would say, did not meet that. For me, I bought that car because it's a car that I always wanted. When I saw that car come out, I was like, yo, one day I'm going to be able to get me one of those. And when that opportunity came and that day came, I bought it. I didn't think about, the value for dollar. It was just a selfish thing that I did. And if I could do it all over again, I probably would not have done it. If I could do it all over again, the money that I paid for this Panamera, other cars that I could have gotten at that time, that I think that would have paid more dividends than this car does. Because this car, the Panamera, when I first got it, it was like the best thing since sliced bread. But over time, the feeling of like, oh, this is so dope, wore off. Because the car, it didn't really fit me personality-wise. I like loud, fast, raw. I like all of those things. And luxury is a nice to have, but not a need to have for me. And that car is very luxury. So it's like, it's more luxury first before everything else. So if I could do it all over again with that same money, I would have probably got a 6th gen Viper, a newer Viper. I could have got a new Z06 at the time. There's like a lot of cars I could have got that I chose that car over those cars. But if I can do it all over again, I probably would have went a different route. So to answer your question, no, I wouldn't. Not. I am not going to get the new Panamera because it's even more expensive. That car is for a turbo model about $200,000, and I don't see what the reason of paying that much money for that car is. I smoke a Hellcat red eye with a Challenger XXT. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's going in reverse, yeah, definitely. Probably thought he was racing you. You got to be a millennial based off of your concept of how you like cars. Most likely your age, I don't see you being over 40. That MD guy, I am 36. Wait, no, I'm 35. I'm going to be 36 next year. I'm 35. So you're right. I'm at the very tail end. So millennial is like anywhere from 83 to I forgot where the cutoff is, but so yes, technically I'm a millennial, but I don't feel that way. Because I'm so close to like the other generation, the generation before, which I forgot what it's called. Uh, I don't really look at myself as a millennial. I'm not like the super young guy. But you're right. I'm not. I'm 30. I'm 35. Uh, nice. 84. You too, K Tucker. 84 baby. Yeah, man. We 84 babies. I mean, we out here. The C8 look good, but nah, I like the C8. I'm looking forward to seeing what come out of that. That you guys said, laugh my ass off. I can tell it's an 81. It's 81 to 94. Really? I didn't know the millennial generation was that long. 81? I guess I'm kind of millennial then. Gen X is the one before that. My brother is Gen X. He is 40. He just turned 41. Yeah, he just turned 41. So he's Generation X. What's the next car purchase? T Hill asked. T Hill, we was just talking about that. And what I said was, I really don't see any cars out there that's moving me. That I'm like, yeah, I want to go make that move. I want to go buy a new car. I don't feel that way. Um, I don't know what car to replace the Panamera with. That's why I haven't gotten rid of it because I don't know what to replace it with. There's nothing out there that's like, ooh, yeah, that's me. My criteria is I don't want a small car, so that puts out exotic cars. I don't want to go down from a Porsche to anything else. It would need to be at that level or above. So I really don't know, man. I don't know what I would replace that car with. And this car right here, the only thing I would replace this car with is another one, a new one. That's the only thing I would do is replace this thing with a new one. But I don't see the point in that, considering that I would do all the same shit to it. So it would be exactly the same. So I really don't know, man. I mean, y'all, yeah. I mean, S class to me, I can't go from a Porsche to a Mercedes. It's like BMW, Mercedes, Porsche. I can't go down to Mercedes. So S class is out. Bane 57, my man, a Wraith. I agree. I would get a Wraith if I could afford one. I can't afford a Wraith. So that's out for me. If in order for me to be able to get a Wraith, I would have to sell everything. Like this car would have to go, the Panamera would have to go, I would have to like sell everything, and then I would barely like, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, it's so tight on me. Like, oh my God, I got this car, but it's so tight on me. I don't want to live that life. So when the day comes that I could afford a Wraith, that is the next joint for me. Probably that fits me. Like that right there, big, comfortable, chilling, starlight roof. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be on my ignorant shit. A Macan GTS is down from a Panamera. I drive a Panamera. A Macan is a baby. Like it's not even so. It's like so. Macan is entry level. Then there's Cayenne. Then there's Panamera. Like so, I'm not going down to that. Oh, Ayala, you got that, bro. You said Honda Accord, but the sport though, the sport Honda Accord, that's real nice. It's just not my speed. It ain't for me. If you let Cheapokitty go, you can only go to McLaren 570 or 720. I don't want a small car. So my criteria is I don't want a small car. I'm good on that. I don't. I drive those cars. As you know, I got mad friends. As you see when we do videos, we always have a lot of McLaren show up. those are my boys, those are my friends. But me personally, when I drive those cars, I'm not comfortable in those cars. So I love the engineering. I love how fast they are. They're crazy. They're nice. The doors go up, sick. But for me, that's not my lane. That bro, facts. I'll continue to mod this 11.4 scat I have. Wow, that's really fast. You running 11.4 quarter mile in a scat? That's really good. Louis, what's good, man? How you feel about Chargers? How do I feel about Chargers? They're cool. They're the same thing as this. It's just four doors instead of two. He too muscle for a Honda. I wasn't gonna say that, you know what I mean? But you know, I'm just my first car was a Honda Accord, loved it, but you know that was a long time ago. Uh, MD guy said I'm a short dude, so I understand your logic. Yeah, I'm not. I'm a big boy, man. 285, 6'3". So yeah, I'm a big boy, man. Urus, a Lamborghini Urus, another car that I would consider, but I can't afford. I can't afford a Urus. The Porsche you have is awesome. Thank you, Chris Taylor. I've had it now for a little over 3 years. It's actually one of the longest cars that I've owned outside of my Corvette. Destroyer 1320 said Honda is quick fire. No doubt, hot fire, hot fire. What do I think about the C8 Corvette? I think I cannot wait till they start to actually hit the streets. If I had to squeeze into a small car, it would be the new C8 Z06 when it comes out. If I had to squeeze into a small car, because that right there is value for dollar. Le Frensco says Bentley GT. I actually, if y'all look, I went and looked at a Bentley GT to look at replacing the Panamera with that car. That is another car that is terrible value for dollar because of the resale value. Horrible. 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 I'm so scared of that car for that reason. I like the Bentley GTs, but the resale value, ouch. Vet bro, I agree. I agree that I'm going to wait and see what happens with the C8 Z06. This car, if that car is everything that I think it's going to be, I will make a sacrifice and squeeze into it and get rid of this car. This car would go, or if I get a new one of these, that would also go to replace it with the new C8 Z06. I think that is going to be a very special car. Louis Channel said Maserati. The only Maserati that I would ever consider getting is a Gran Turismo, and that car is so old now that I can't make that move. So why not American? I have American. I'm always gonna have an American. They're the best value for dollar cars. They give you the most raw experience. That's why I drive this. So I have that. Get a classic like a Challenger 426. I actually would one day when my money really get up, I want to start as like a small collection. And in my collection, two classic cars that I want to have: a Buick Riviera 1966 or 67. I want to put bags on it, black it all out, everything black with polished wheels and airbags. Definitely want that. And the second one that I definitely want is an Impala. I would take a 66 Impala is what I would probably rock too. Those two cars. A Tesla, come on, bro. No. What about the Acura NSX? Too small. I drove that car, too small for me. McLaren, too small. Get that Demon, no sense. I have a Hellcat. CTSV, well, are you talking about to replace that? I'm not looking to replace the Hellcat, so I wouldn't go from a Porsche to a Cadillac. Porsche, Cadillac. Get the AMG GT, Porsche, Mercedes. Porsche, Mercedes. It gotta be Porsche and better. Like that's from my sense of like the way of being, accomplishment, or whatever the case may be. I would prefer to either get another Porsche, and there's no Porsche that really speaks to me, or go lateral. So no good. A Metro card. I got one of those. Dang. You know what? I got one of those. If y'all look a couple videos back, when I dropped this car off to N-Track, I actually took the train and I used my Metro card. I still got my Metro card. The Iron Horse got it, boy. MTA, baby. What about GTR? Porsche, Nissan. Porsche, Nissan. The new Supra, Porsche, BMW, Toyota. Because that's what it is. That's what the Supra is. BMW, Toyota. So no. He's just gonna get the new Panamera. I already said LaFresco, that car value for dollar doesn't make sense. I would not do that again. So what about the Cayenne? Macan, Cayenne, Panamera, 911. That's the hierarchy in Porsche. X5M, Porsche, BMW. Porsche, BMW. Yo, we can do this all day. We can do this all day. So you want a 911? No, because I don't know. The 911 don't move me, man. That car don't move me, man. Kelvin Smith, thank you, brother, for the donation, $2. Charger needs more love, especially with a redesign. I agree. These cars need a redesign. They need a whole new chassis. They need everything. Bill said the Supra looks like a wide-body Miata. It does look. I guess it does because it's so wide but short. So yeah, I guess you got it right. Would consider the Audi on the same level as Porsche. It is not. BMW, Mercedes, Audi. BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Porsche. So I know that very well because I work closely with the VW brand, which has all of the brands in it. So I understand the hierarchy of the brands. Keep grinding, Brody. Proud of what you're doing. Moogie, my man, appreciate it on that $1.99. All London, if you had to pick a daily driver, would you go 650 Grand Coupe or Maserati Ghibli? R London, thank you for the donation. I will take a minute and now answer that question. That is a good question. And to answer your question, I would go BMW 650 because the Maserati Ghiblis, although they are getting better, Maserati, they're not good at mass-produced cars. They have like a lot of little issues. And I wouldn't want the headache. BMWs already have enough issues, but if you get one certified with the warranty on it, a lot more people know how to work on those cars and get it done. So although the Maserati would be a better flex, like you could pull up like, oh, I'm in a Maserati, it might be a pain in the ass later. Epic, get the X7M. They make that? No, they don't make that yet. But still, Porsche, BMW. Louis said Porsche GT3 RS, 911s don't move me. I spent a lot of time with 911s. Have you guys seen my review on a Porsche GT3 RS? If not, right now, when we're done, you can search Mod2Fame GT3 RS, and you'll see the video that I did on that car, and you'll see my opinion of that car. What about Aston Martin? I would get an Aston. I would get an Aston, but again, I've been in Gwen's car. I've driven. Did you see my review on the Aston Martin Vantage? Search Mod2Fame Aston Martin, and you'll see my review and my thoughts on the Aston Martin Vantage and why I don't think I would buy one for myself. A Mustang 350. I'll move to the next one. Thoughts on the Tesla Roadster? I am curious about that car. I want to see what the Tesla Roadster is going to be. I want to see what it's going to do. I think it's going to do great things, and I think it's truly going to disrupt the industry. So I'm really interested to see what happens when that comes up. GTC 4 Lusso. I cannot afford a Ferrari. I cannot afford any of the big Ferraris that I like. I would definitely consider an F12. Any of those big Ferraris I would consider if I could afford it. But my paper ain't like that, dog. I'm a working man. I'm not my friends. I have a lot of friends that got that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money. I don't think he wants another car, guys. This is all hype. I said that. Oh, come on, focus. I said that right now I don't see any car that like makes me say I want to go out and get a new car. I don't see one right now for me. I'm happy with my old ass cars. They make me happy. So I'll just rather put other people's cars in my videos to keep y'all entertained. But for me personally, I like my old ass cars. Just build one and lie about it, and then when they ask you, walk away. Build a fake one, build a fake Ferrari, build a fake Lamborghini like the guy in Atlanta. That was funny. Oh man, you should do a CTS V 3. Nah, man, those cars are not like popular enough. In terms of doing anything for YouTube, they're not popular enough. Ayala said, I like that one dude in ATL. Hey man, listen, I wasn't trying to play the dude. I swear. I literally was impressed at the build because it was a good build. And I wanted him to tell me about it. I wanted him to tell me the chassis it was built on, the work that he put into it, how his is different than the other replicas. Like, that's what I was expecting to happen. But instead, your man, like, shot me down. Yo, bro, he's like, oh, come on, man. It's a car, man. It's a red car. I was like, oh, damn. All right, bro, you got that. I feel you on not wanting a new car, but say, go old school 69 Camaro, build a motor. I told you, when I get that kind of money that I could have a collection of cars, then I would definitely consider a 66, 67 Buick Riviera or 66 Chevy Impala. A 1320 Challenger, those are cool, but I have a Hellcat. When is the next meet? No more for 2019, brother. I'm done. I'm done planning events. We had a series of sick events. To all that came out and supported, thank you. For all that watched and enjoyed the events that we had on YouTube, thank you. But I'm just tired. Just fix Cheapokitty and call it that. MD guy, I'm not sure when you came in, but I gave an update that this car is going next week and within about a few days it should be done. So we already got the new short block that we put in it. We're gonna change it out. I'm gonna shoot a series of videos for y'all over a couple days. And literally, this car is the only change we really gonna make is we're gonna put ARP head studs and we're gonna go E85. That's it. Aren't you getting the 2020 Corvette Stingray? I decided not to. And the reason why I decided not to is because I wasn't going to be one of the first ones with it. And by the time I would have got mine, it would have been old news. So I decided to just not go that route. That was going to be a YouTube play. That wasn't a Stephen play. That was a YouTube play. When you coming back to DC, no plans as of right this second. I need to hit up one of your events, bro. No doubt. How do you get an invite? Follow on Instagram. Follow Mod2Fame on Instagram because that's where we post stuff that we doing. And generally, we don't post it publicly. We only post it in the stories. So you kind of got to pay attention to what we're doing in order to know what's going on. But we don't put it. The reason why we don't put it out publicly a lot is because we did that one time and 400 cars showed up and shut our shit down. It was out of control. The cops came. It was ridiculous. So that's why we don't put up things publicly anymore. Jamil said he was expecting a CUDA. I was expecting something more than what they gave us. What I was expecting was a Hellcat motor and a Dodge Challenger. That's what I was hopeful for. But I don't have an Instagram though. Follow Facebook, facebook.com/Mod2Fame. Follow that page. Usually everything from Instagram, including the stories, we post to Facebook. So you'll get both. Yo, King Sai, I agree, man. I thought they were gonna post something fire. I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, they about to post that heat, son. They about to post that heat, son. They ain't post shit. That shit was whack. Shout out to the Bay Area. Look, I'm about to jump off this live in a little bit, but before I do, I'm gonna show y'all the current status of Cheapokitty. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all what's going on. I'm gonna show y'all what's happening. And y'all about to see. Oh, what just happened? No, I don't want Bixby. There we go. All right, cool. So I'm about to show y'all what's going on with Cheapokitty, man. This beauty girl right here. Yeah, y'all see that 6-speed? We about that 6-speed life all day. I had just put in a Barton shifter too when this thing happened. Let me get my light so I can show y'all. Hold up. Let me put on my joint, my headlight. Hold on, I'm gonna turn around so y'all can see y'all. This is my headlight. Literally, it's my headlight. Boom. I put that on so I can show y'all what's going on in the engine bay. All right, so this is what's happening with Cheapokitty right now. I had pulled everything apart. As y'all can see, I have pulled the valve covers off, so I can get a look at the motor with my little camera thing. That's a little scope that goes into the uh, the spark plug holes. And oh shit! All right, here we go. That goes into the spark plug holes, and then you can see inside, and you can see the pistons. If you look through there right now, see those little holes? If that's how I was able to see inside. But besides that, man, Cheapokitty is good to go. The blower is good. The heads, we're gonna pull them, but they should be fine. It's just a little mark from the marking up cylinder number 7. Yes, the boroscope. There you go. But it's actually a camera rather than the old school. But there you go, man. That's the Hellcat. Everything is taken apart right now. There go all my spark plugs right there. You know what I mean? And this is what I was telling you guys that I got recently, which is this big 55-gallon drum that I intend to fill up with E85. And y'all know those big boys in the corner over there, them Hoosier drag radials. You know what I'm saying? Rocking out. And yeah, man, that's what's going on with Cheapo, man. Cheapo good to go though. We gonna get that bottom end changed out, and we gonna be back to running and gapping people. I had a lot of fun this summer with this car. I had a lot of fun this year, and Cheapo is always ready to rock out. So, what up, Louisiana? Start Cheapokitty for us. Well, Louis, that would be kind of hard to do with the current condition of the motor being taken apart today. Yeah, I can't start the car. So, yeah, those are my fuel rails just hanging out, just hanging up there. Where are my injectors? Let me show y'all my injectors. Where are they? Holy shit. I don't know what I did with my oh, here they go. All right. So that right there is that right there is a 1,000cc injector, which I'm going to sell. So anybody that need a set of ID 1050s, 1,050cc injectors, if anybody needs a set, let me know. I'm going to be selling them because I have to go to 1,300cc injectors is what I have to go to. So yeah, I'm gonna sell my 1,000cc injectors. But yeah, guys, that's it, man. I'm about to clock out on y'all. I'm about to clock out on y'all just now. Let me sit this down. Take my headpiece off. Sit this down so I can talk to y'all. Give me 1 second. Just getting back set up. How it was. All right, so I'm about to clock out on y'all any minute right now. You know what I mean? But yo, it was a pleasure hanging out with y'all guys, man, for the night. I was just really, really disappointed with Dodge, to be honest with you, man. I expected more. I thought they were gonna do more. Come on, focus. There we go. I thought they were gonna do more. I thought they were gonna show more. I thought they was gonna come out with something. Honestly, I was expecting a elephant, and instead, I got a 1320 with a supercharger on it. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, yo, it's your boy. When you gonna make the Porsche a beast? Corey, go look at the last video. As you can see, we started this process making the Panamera fast. The Panamera, the goal for the Panamera, the car initially ran an 11.9 at 117 is what it initially ran, completely stopped. It was at Mike Street Speed 717, his call out. That's the fastest the car ever ran on 22s. But we about to switch it up. We already did downpipes and a filter change. Next is we're gonna tune it and do a plenum. With the plenum and a tune, this car, my guess and my goal is on stock turbos to run the fastest stock turbo Panamera time. Panamera turbo, which right now the record is like 10.9 something. I want to go 10.8. So I'm going to try to make my car go 10.8 with stock turbos. So I'm going to do everything necessary to do that. And I'm going to take you guys on a journey with me in making a 10-second 4-door luxury turbo Porsche. So I'm gonna bring y'all with me. Get ready for the journey. It's your boy Stephen here from Mod2Fame, and I really appreciate all my M2 efforts. But until the next one, we out.